We make about 400,000 crusts per day here at Palermo.
Inside the Palermo's headquarters in Milwaukee's Menomonee Valley, a flurry of activity as 500,000 pizzas are made every day.
We got some real Wisconsin butter right here.
From the local ingredients to the imported Italian stone ovens and the Fallucca family recipe dating back to their time in Sicily, it's all authentic. Third-generation family member Nick Fallucca took us on a tour.
You take an individual dough ball and you gently roll them down into basically an oval first, and then you would go into a round.
But you're never going to get it perfect.
No, I mean, so this line was designed to be an artisan line.
When the Fallucca family immigrated to the U.S. in the 1950s, they first opened an Italian bakery. Then, in the late 60s, Palermo Villa, a full-service restaurant and pizzeria. The pizza and pizza bread were hits. A lot of people think about the toppings and they think about the pizza, but really, it all starts here, and the crust is very important.
Yeah, I mean, the crust is the most important thing.
But you can't forget about the toppings, like the sauce, all made in-house.
We determine how much pressure to put through the machine that tells us how much sauce to put on the pizza.
And since this is Wisconsin, let's talk about the cheese.
Here we're applying our mozzarella cheese. Show all of our mozzarella cheese is shredded fresh on the line. And then it's applied through a process called a waterfall.
The pizzas then go through a process called blast freezing to lock in freshness and flavor. Then they're boxed and distributed.
Your frozen pizza is in a grocery store freezer pretty much everywhere across the country.
Everywhere across the country, yep, yep. And in Europe, Asia as well.
CEO Giacomo Fallucca started working in his parents' restaurant when he was a young boy. And when his dad decided he'd had enough of running the day-to-day pizza company,
he named me the president when I was like 21 years old in the early 80s.
Giacomo, along with his brother Angelo, oversaw the greatest growth of the company, expanding production to the nearly 250,000 square foot facility in the Menomonee Valley, while adding new varieties of brands and pizza.
When you look at where you were back in the 80s versus where you guys are right now, and I know we're standing in front of several different brands, different types of food. I mean, did you ever imagine that it would turn into something this big?
Not until our first planning process. From that point on, it changed the trajectory of our company. How we looked at the business, how we looked at our people, what was important.
What do you see next?
You know, we're rounding $1 billion in sales, and that's our next target.
No visit to Palermo's ends without pizza, so we settled into the research and development kitchen for a slice, or several.
Do you have a specific way to cut pizzas?
I like cutting pizzas into 12s.
Okay, so you got thinner slices, smaller ones.
Yep. Works for my family, and then you feel better eating a bunch of little slices.
That's true.
And if you wonder where they get inspiration for the more than 140 different products they sell,
Like, we look to the restaurants first.
So even here in Milwaukee, you'll go to a different pizzeria or whatever?
I love Zaffiro's, I love Calderone, I love Brute sourdough.
So you never do get sick of eating pizza?
Oh, I don't.
Do we cheers a piece of pizza?
Sure, you do that.
Cheers, all right.
Cheers.
Yeah, can you get sick of eating pizza? They say, no, you can't. Palermo says expanded outside of pizza as well. They acquired Milwaukee's own Funky Fresh Rolls in 2022. They are also expanding their production facilities in West Milwaukee and Jefferson as well. Really neat to see behind the scenes, and we get to see a lot of these companies that started small.
Yeah.
And as you heard at the beginning there, nearing $1 billion in sales, and their pizzas are all over the place.
It's cool for us to see at home just the process in general, because, you know, you buy some of these in the store. Like I said, I think the Screamin' Pizza.
Screamin' Sicilian.
Those are so good. When I think about frozen pizzas that you just want to pop into the oven, so it's cool to see how it
That's
works.
named after the first generation Fallucca, because he was a Screamin' Sicilian, they said. So that's why they did that pizza. Also, if you work there, you get to take home like 20 pizzas a month.
That's
so
crazy.
That's
every day,
everybody in your family loves you because you have plenty of pizza to bring home to them at any time or distribute them. So
eat a pizza, call one of them.
Thanks to Palermo for having us out there.